Wassail. So with feet coming up in that full moon reading, I thought perhaps we ought to have a little feet healing, legs, spine. But I wanted first of all to ask a deeper question about what's going on with the feet. So we have carpe diem, seize the day. So it's my favorite little hummingbird. And the energy I'm getting from this is not so much seize the day as not seizing the day. It's not seizing the moment, not walking with our hearts combined. So the lower heart, the F, is the frequency of the natural world, and F sharp is the frequency of the higher heart, and they get separated in order for us to incarnate down here in the earth. And this hummingbird is bursting in to bring those two energies together. So it wasn't my plan to hum the F and the F sharp, but let's just have a go. So that's the lower heart. Now the higher heart. Now moving the two together. Okay, so now let's ask about these feet. I mean, part of it is that we're not, as empathic people, connected well to our bodies. The frequency of the earth grid was wrong. The frequency of the earth grid's now right. So yesterday I sat outside on the bay just watching the tide and the sea move, and over the top of that you can hear, because I've left the window open, there was an amazing frequency that I haven't heard since I was a very small child, which was the rumble of the earth. Actually, that's a slight fib. I heard it in South Africa years ago, but I don't hear it often. But it returned last night, and it's a very deep C note, and it was encouraging me to bring that note into everyone's bodies and connect the spine and the nervous system to the bones through to the soles of the feet. So, can we just have some messages, please, about the feet? Can we please have a couple of messages about the feet? That's a really big clump of cards. Can we please have some messages about the feet? It's another clump of cards. I shuffled these just now to see how willing they were, and they were beautifully willing. Now suddenly they're not. No, they're just clumping. I need to get a little bit of They're still clumping. Okay, so they're saying that's what we're doing. We're clumping with our feet. We're not walking through our foot. This has got a lot to do with the modern trend for shoes, comfort shoes, trainers that are supposed to help your arches and support you. They're not actually supporting the foot. They're creating discomfort. You need to walk through your foot. Your heel needs to go down first. You need to push all the way through your foot and right out through the toes. So these cards are to do with alchemy and movement, and we have 2 silver, 1 Mercury and 3 golden cards. The golden cards are major arcana, and we have the Moon, Judgment and the Completed World. So the message I'm getting from these, I've held them completely the wrong way around for you, is that the Moon is hanging from the wheel of destiny, like the moment has arrived finally to bring the changes, to click the energy and change, to bring an esoteric message that we haven't understood before, which is to do with our connection of spirit through our body into the soles of our feet, where all of our nerve endings are, and make contact with the ground as we're walking. Judgment is the portal, is the gateway portal of this year. So this is the moment that takes place this year, and we've got 2021. This is the first time these 2 cards have turned up. I've talked about 20 and 21 a lot, but they've never turned up together. This completed world is coming at the end of this year. The start of the new year, 2021, is the beginning of the alchemical change, because we've got this new frequency coming in for the collective, as Jupiter and Saturn are both seated in Aquarius in December. We've got the solar eclipse of the inner child, our luminous warrior that we're trying to create. And then it's time to change the world order. Alchemical, this is card 14, and this is the Zen of Earth. So the completed world will become Zen, the world, but it will transform around us. Not like on the 31st of December, boom, but you know, this is the promise that's coming, and it's coming with the Ace of Mercury, which is the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. Just looking at the constellations behind, because these cards are very much about constellations, and seeing whether there's any named ones. We've got Aries. Now Mars is in Aries at the moment, and that's a very hot, and actually Mars is staying either retrograde or in Aries for way longer than it would normally, not for the normal 3 weeks. Is it Mars? It might be Mercury. You have to check that. This is the sign of Mercury. I feel like I want to look that up, but there's very little connection that I have here. So let's just give it a quick try. I was trying to keep this really short. So Mars retrograde 2020. It's struggling with the signal. It's also because I'm uploading a video that's 45 minutes long for somebody, so it's slowing everything down. So the Mars retrograde is September the 9th to November the 13th. That's a short one, so it must be the Mercury one then. Mercury retrograde. Why is that coming up so complicated? Anyway, Mars is going, that's the important part. We'll come back to Mercury, I'll pick that up on another day. Mars is Aries, is in Aries. And it's going to go retrograde, as I just said. And that's a week after this new moon. And that's when you'll begin to feel the comfort coming in, because it will slow down. At the moment, it's that hangover of the trial by fire element, and it will soften. And then we have the 10 of moons, which is a kind of tower, but it's got Venus, it's got the moon phases, so there's this reconnection with, it's like you have a full moon cycle, till the 1st of October, that's what it is, and that's what this is saying. So this moon cycle now, from the full moon to the next full moon, will be the point at which this foot thing will calm itself down and will begin to heal much better and feel much calmer. So let's move to the sounds. We're going to do need to bring the piano back up. I'm going to work through your knees first to make sure there's no blockage in your knees. Now we need to do the spine, bones, and then all the way past the knees into the feet. So here we go. There's still some resistance in your feet. Move your feet up and down, bend them a little, take them in your hand, give them a rub, place them back down, sit very comfortably, feel earthed. Cool, that worked by the end. So that's just a little quickie Wassail